Wayne, I see that you are foist in the chat, and because you are here, I want to show you something about how the respond rate works. So when I was younger, it took me a while to realize what the respond rate is here. But you can change it from 1 to 8. You can set the respond rate from anywhere from 1 to 8. I want to show you the difference between respond rate 1 and respond rate 8. It's basically the message speed, but if you have it at respond rate 1, battles go painfully slow, and this is going to be an excellent example here. So, like, look how long this 1 damage message takes to disappear after it appears. 13 damage. 20 damage. And this is going to take forever, this slept spell. Oh my gosh, yeah, so this is respond rate 1, everybody. This is how slow the game operates if you don't set the respond rate to something like 6 or 7. Cliff White, what's going on? Hello, Karma. First FF I ever played, but on PS1. Yeah, we were talking about that one as well. Gouda Guy, Freg, Nicholas D, welfare checks. Freg, I see you. I had no idea that they named a game after the world-famous skee-ball team, Final Fantasy. Oh my gosh. Nicholas D, I'm going to skee-ball later tonight, but first I thought I would show you how slow respond rate 1 goes. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's reset the game and set it to 7, just for a comparison here. And this isn't even the fastest one, because it can go up to 8. Sweet, more Final Fantasy, says Zeliard. Gonna play 4 along with you. It's basically the same game. Dendon Tucker, welcome back. Hello, KarmaJolt. Did you miss me? Welcome back, Dendon Tucker. And yeah, a little. Let's fight some horses. Some mad ponies. Did I give Kobe any offensive magic? Well, I gave him lit. That's fine. Let me show you how lit looks here. And in the meantime, I will use ruse and ice on this pony. But I also gave Bork an axe, now that I'm thinking about it. And we haven't seen what that looks like. So that's what ice does. Oh my gosh, 70 damage is pretty darn good. 43 damage from the axe is nice, but it doesn't have as good of a hit rate as, I think the short sword or the scimitar, probably. Alright, well look, Asim is obviously one-shotting these ponies, Coconut's boyfriend. These ponies mad because they didn't win the race. Wayne? They didn't even get to race. It was one of those situations where they were like, girl ponies aren't allowed to play. And then people are like, there's no rule against it. And then it becomes like a story about acceptance and racism, you know? And then people are like, look, man, we just want to play, you know? I don't care if you don't see color. I just want to race. That's what the movie would be about. I made it weird. I'll follow to skee ball night. Come pick me up. Yeah, Nicholas D. Can you hit hundreds? Yo, can't stop the Raj gaming. It's been a while. Welcome back. Final Fantasy Final. Great game. That's right. Yeah, Straw Hat Brian. I found them next to the couch. I must have put them there when Sean and I were streaming Dick Tracy on NES when he was here to visit, or they just fell from something. Coming live from my parents' house. Yo, Soulwave, tell him I said hi. As I fire this Grimp. So yeah, last we left off, we started the game. We did part 1, everybody. We saved the princess who had been kidnapped by Garland. And Garland used to be a good knight until ... And then we crossed a bridge, talked to a witch, stole some of her medicine, made it to the town of Provoca, which was being overrun by 9 pirates, plus their captain, who doesn't fight you. And we beat him up, so he's like, alright, you can have my boat now. It's kind of crazy that you get the boat this early on, right? Like, at no point in the game do you feel like you're landlocked. Usually in RPGs, and I realize this is Final Fantasy 1, so this is an old one, but, like, there's a trope in RPGs where, like, the first, like, quarter or third of the game is you exploring an entire country or continent by foot. And then at one point, like, toward, you know, the end of that chapter, you run into, like, a benevolent king who, after you do a quest to, like, get them some spices or something, they're like, here, you can have a boat, and then suddenly the entire world expands so much, and there's so much more to explore. But in this game, it's like, you start out, you do one thing, then suddenly you have a boat, and it's like, oh, okay. So I didn't realize, like basically the world expanded before you got to the point where it felt like it should expand. The world expanded before it got to the point where I had finished exploring everything on foot. Straw Hat Brian? We're not gonna tell people what to do, I don't think. Hussein A. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Welcome. No, but if I bump your shoulders, I can say I hit a 10. Nicholas T. I'm flattered. That was awesome. Loved watching you guys get that game done. Yeah, Straw Hat Brian. So we were able to finish Star Tropics 2 together on a cart that did not save. The save functionality of my Star Tropics 2 cart was not working properly. So when we streamed the last episode, we had to basically beat the entire game in one sitting because we had to play all the way up to where we had saved to leave off. I use Warrior, Thief, Black Mage, White Mage. Using Red Mage is basically hard mode because it can't use the best magic. Cliff White. Strongly disagree. If we're playing this version of the game, Red Mage is the second best character. Red Mage is easy mode. You don't fast travel by free airship till the end of the game. You could teleport stones, but that was a finite resource. Not in this version, though. Yo, we beat up some creep. Like it was that one time at the bar. What is the best character? Oh, the fighter is just hands down the tankiest and doesn't hit the hardest, but hits close enough to the hardest. Eventually, he even gets white magic, but he can just equip the best stuff, and he just lives forever and hits like a truck. This is the same stream from before? No, Jamie Thompson, I just started streaming again. Welcome back. RDM is the best class in the game, IMO. White Mage Serenia. Why do you abbreviate them with 3 letters? Is that something from Final Fantasy XIV? Because it can fight like the fighter, heal like the White Mage, and nuke like the Black Mage. The versatility of the Red Mage is what makes it so dang good. Yeah, Oakley, welcome. You made a short saying using a bunch of fighters makes the game kinda easy. Yeah, it kinda does. That said, even the easiest party for this game, it's still kinda hard. Because this game will beat you up with some bad luck, you know? Who did I miss? Star Tropics no save %. Congrats. Thanks, Raj. Let's do this. Dendon Tucker and Asim. Welcome back. Howdy, Blue Mage arrives into stream. Asim, are you a Blue Mage? Best I could do is make you a Black Mage because he wears blue. And is a mage. And is a mage zing. How much monies do I have? 527. I could get this guy a level 2 spell, and that'd be neat. That would actually be a lot more firepower there. Or should I say, ice power? Time to do a 4 monk run. Gouda, that can be really tough. Alright, Kobe, get the ice spell, baby. Jamie Thompson with the cool $5. $5.50, as a matter of fact, saying just because. Yo. Well, in that case, everyone spam the JT in the chat just because. Yo, thank you so much for the cool $5.50. Let me change the exercise counter here to add those 5.5 reps. We're doing squats again, everybody. But hey, thank you so much. Chad P says, IIRC, the fighter upgraded to the monk, and with nunchucks could do like 20 hits a turn. Chad P, you're sort of close. So the fighter is actually the warrior here. The fighter is this red guy that I have on the upper left. He turns into a knight. You're thinking of the black belt, which I think in other versions of the game might be called the monk. And what you actually want to do with him is keep him unarmed, Genevieve B. Welcome. And yeah, he'll hit a lot. But if he's unarmed, he hits, like, so the black belt in this game, who I did not choose for my party, the way his damage is calculated is he gets 3 hit percentage per turn. And his damage stat is equal to 2 times his level. I'm like 99% sure about that. Okay, so what am I getting here? I've got 15 absorb and 41 evade. What about this? 17 and no evade penalty for equipping that shield. Which I guess makes sense because you should be able to block with a shield, right? Although, wait, that would mean that his evade should go, like, way up. Let's give these gloves to Pip. 1 and 53 are the stats there. I realize I menu really fast in this game, but I'm looking at absorb, evade. That's 2 and 52% there. Okay. I got one more absorb, Sammy the Tanuki. Hey, this is the team I did for my playthrough. Excellent. Peter G, are you winning, son? Yeah, but I'm taking it real slow because I like talking to all my rowdy friends in the chat. And later tonight, my skee-ball league starts back up. Of course, we have the late slot, so I'm going to be tired coming home. Evade is glitched in this game? Freg, where are you getting that information? Because someone said that earlier. I have never heard about that. Talk to the pirate, says Sammy the Tanuki. Alright, I'll try it. Mips, mittens for Pip. Thank you, Rogue Effects. That's what they are. What's skee-ball, asks Oakley the Needle. Dagger, welcome. Talking about skee-ball, you've probably seen it. It's the game that's at, like, Chuck E. Cheese's or all those old-timey arcades where, like, you roll a ball up a ramp, and then at the end of the ramp, there's an even steeper ramp, so the ball kind of flips up, and it will, if you aim it right, it'll land within one of these concentric circles that have increasing point values. Kale Dragon says, wait, skee-ball league? That whips, dude. I hope you have a blast. Yo, you're looking at the Season 5 and 49 champion of the Arcadia Portland Skee-Ball League. But yeah, it's always a fun time. Thank you. I won't be any more bother, I promise. I won't be any more, brother. I promise. My local arcade doesn't have that, but it has Play Choice 10. Thank you. We don't need to be afraid of pirates anymore, because you slaughtered them all. Take us with you. Yo, Jamie Thompson. Yeah, hop in the car. Let's go. Time to aim for skee-ball world champ. Gouda? I just might. I remember getting stuck in this game for months, stupidly overleveled, like 50 to 60 before the volcano, all because I couldn't find the damn canoe. Chad P? How old were you when you played it? Hey, so let's show you an Easter egg here. So I want to show you that I have 2 gold right now. I know I showed this off last time, but if you hold the A button while you're in the ship, and you mash the B button 55 times, it will take you to a random slider puzzle. And if you win the slider puzzle, you can get like $100, which is only worth it if you're really dang good at slider puzzles. But let's do one more, because I feel like doing one more. Whoops. So yeah, I think in other versions of this game, in other versions of Final Fantasy 1, whoops. Oh, I wanted to back that 4 in there. In other versions of Final Fantasy 1, when you beat the slider puzzle, you get, like, really good prizes or, like, a ton of gold, you know? But in this game, you get, like, $100, which is absolutely not worth it. As a matter of fact, I think there's a trick in this game where, like, if you load up the game from a powered-off state... Dang it, I messed up a little bit. If you load up the game from a powered-off state, then get in your ship, the first battle will always be against a group of Kaizokus, who are like these blue pirate enemies on the sea. And they give a ton of money. And I should try that. I should absolutely do that. Numbers is right, Asim. That's correct. Let's just do that. Oh, I messed it. I might be screwing this up here. That's okay, I'll figure it out eventually. I'm not doing this with too much thought in my brain or any logic. I'm just kind of doing what I feel is right here. Oh wait, I want to do this. I think. Oh, this is dumb and I hate it. Alright, I almost did something good there. That's pretty close. They should give me the prize. Do like this probably. Dang it. I messed it up. You got it, you got it. Yeah, Genevieve B, I'll get there in a second. Actually, this looks promising. So close. I have the 13. Wait, I need the 12 on the other side. Shoot. Guys, I'm gonna get it. Like, there's probably an easy way to figure these things out, but I never learned an algorithm or anything. Like you can with cubing. You're lucky the music is good. Is it? It's very peaceful. so close to it. What am I doing wrong here? I'm gonna try to shuffle this 10 around. Ah, the controls are actually kind of weird here. Maybe it's because I'm using like a busted like third-party controller. Not busted, but it's very cheaply made, and you can kind of tell. Nope. What am I doing? What am I doing with this 13 here? Let's just move that all the way around. Yeah, this not. I might have messed it up. Yeah, because I need the 13 to be here. It'll happen. Not using the cadet from Hyperkin. I had one of those at one point. This is the hardest game I've ever seen, says Daniel R. And the best stream you've ever watched, that's for sure. I did the same thing somehow. Alright, let's like completely separate this 13 and this 14. Shoot, that's so close. Because I have the bottom row now, but then the 9, 11, 12, 10 is messed up. As you can probably tell, I don't know if you know anything about numbers. Alright, I might need to, like, rearrange the top row. Or do I? Like, can I do this without moving the top or second row? I actually have no idea how these work. I, like, never do visual spatial puzzles. Probably my weakest area of intelligence, I would say. No, I don't think I want to move that 13. I might have messed up by putting the 11 on the right. Guys, how do you do these? Oh my gosh. Here it is. Finally! Oh my gosh, AQ. Well, coincidentally, 13 happens to be the favorite of the woman of whom I speak. You probably haven't heard of her, though. Not gonna say her name or location. Michael L. What? The 13 is her favorite number, you mean? Anyway, so I beat the freaking thing, everybody, and look at the prize that I get for this. $100. Which is not worth your time, Steve Wilson. Nate. Stop. Nate, I don't want any sort of jokes like that. Kind of a whack thing to say. So yeah, all I got was $100 for that, which, like, is not worth doing. Yeah, Genevieve, wow is right. Microwave. You don't have to ask. You don't have to ask that. Wow, people, like, behave in the chat. Hojo Jojo, what's going on? How are you? Didn't even see it. Super mod skills. Thanks. So I also want to show you another trick where if you save the game there, if you save the game anywhere, and then power on the game, after powering on your game, if I remember correctly, what you can do is immediately get into your ship, and the very first battle that you fight on the sea should be against a group of Kaizokus. And these guys are blue pirates, and they mean business, but also they give you a ton of gold. So, like, not like a glitch or a hack, just like an exploit of the RNG. If you've just saved your game, you can turn the machine off, power it back on, immediately get into your ship, look for a battle at sea. The first battle will be against a group of these guys who have very cool hats. Why do you want to do that? Oh, because they give you like 120 gold each or something. It's actually spelled Kaizoku. Michael L., does it just mean pirate in Japanese? Cheese them away is correct. Heart, what's going on? Yeah, so, bam, I just got 480 gold from those Kaizoku. Is that the plural of Kaizoku? Nobody knows. Because they're dead now. But that's like a pretty easy way to farm gold. Let's do it again, VJ Spectron. Hey Karma, you showed off the Peninsula of Power, Hojo Jojo? Not yet. But Glacy the Glaceon. Glacy the Glaceon. I will show off the Peninsula of Power as soon as I have enough money to buy a very powerful spell. "100% you need to do the puzzle again." Tiny cat, he's making a cat quake, but more pirates. Ooh, this time there's 2 of them. 5 of them, I mean. Throw those thumbs up. Hey, appreciate you, VJ. Love the strong bad. Yo, White Mage, I'm glad you got the reference. Robbie L, how are you? It's time for some water. Ken says, it's never final with this one. Who, me? Well, you're finally here, so we can start the stream. Freg, you want to see Tiny Cat? Yes, Tintquake. Tiny Cat, look this way. He's looking... Oh, yeah. He's looking away from the camera. Tiny Cat, like, you forgot your lines, too, I bet. Yeah, that's Tiny Cat. He's seen me play this game a lot. Let's fire this dude. Nice to meet you. Wayne? Yes. Was just playing Aladdin on the Genesis, says SP Gamer. Amazing. Dendon Tucker, you got some water too? Amazing. Jambaloop, welcome. Marcus F. Which Final Fantasy is this, says Microwave. This is Final Fantasy 1. And it, for some reason, is one of my favorite games of all time. Ah, FF1. In all its badly translated buggy glory. Gotta love the classics. I love this game. $600 just from fighting a few pirates. That's amazing! I might even get Kobe a better weapon. Nah, I think the next thing I'm gonna do is get the Fire 2 spell. Yo, Selena has been a member for 4 months. Saying, do you think Tintcat knows about video games? That if Tintcat had thumbs, they would be as good as Karma? Food for thought. Selena, yeah, he knows. He knows he a baddie. Welcome, thanks for showing up. And thank you so much for being a member for 4 months. That's so much support. Everyone put a lightning bolt and some sunglasses in the chat for Selena. BS Chicken, how are you? I just beat up some pirates and then beat up some more pirates. But ones that were blue and also ones that were green before that. Hood, and you? Same. You know me. Yeah, then the other encounter that you can get at sea is against some sahags. And then occasionally you'll fight a shark or an odd eye. And these guys don't give as much gold as the Kaizokus do. But at least they are fishmen or something. And that's neat, if you think about it. Like, do these things pop up out of the water and just, like, attack cities? Also, now that I'm thinking about it, like, I'm in my boat, right? And we're doing a random battle in the boat. Do they hop up onto the deck? Delta V? Boo! Sharks drop the worm killer, I think. In what game, Hojo Jojo? Some version of this game? Yeah, Michael L. Sometimes they're called Sahagins or Sahaguins. But they're about to Sahag lose. This one, says Hojo Jojo. But what version? Ace's Bedroom, what's going on? Hojo Jojo, to clarify, this is Final Fantasy 1 on the NES. Enemies do not drop items in this game. You're talking about the, Pixel remaster or something? Can't stay because life is lifing a lot today. But don't forget to life, subscribe, tell your friends, enemies, and friends to lovers that KarmaJolt is great. Yo, Selena, we love you here. Thank you so much. GBA then. Okay. Yeah, I might have that somewhere. Thek Fan, or is it the KH fan? Welcome. It was pronounced... I thought it was pronounced Sahagin. I don't know. Nobody knows. They never tell you. Is this the version where if you don't cue your attacks right, then your party will hit dead monsters instead? Yes. Sheriff? Sheriff? That's this. I remember beating the GBA version about 7 months ago. During a KarmaJolt stream. Leader Jord? Amazing. Lurking... While prayers of fortune are roaming in my mind. Y'all chill as heck. Yo, GTG? So are you. The same game with the best spell name ever. Harm. Yup, and it's actually a really good spell. In Dragon Warrior 1, you just straight up get a spell called Hurt, and that's not quite as funny as the Harm spell, but I'll show that one in a second. As soon as we run into some undead enemies, I'll use the Harm spell. Get iced! So, oddly enough, this is never explained, but... magical attacks in this game can, quote-unquote, miss. And it's not that they will completely miss and do 0 damage. But there's just a small chance that when you hit an enemy with a magical attack and it, quote-unquote, misses, that just means it does, like, a much lower range of damage than a normal magical spell. This is something that I learned from You Can Beat video games. So usually the fire spell does, I don't know, like 20 to 30 damage. But if it misses, it does somewhere from like 15 to 20 instead. I don't know the exact numbers, and I realize that makes it kind of a bad example, but that's what I've heard. D&D has a spell called Inflict Wounds. That's pretty good. What does it do, Dagger? KarmaJolt was like, Leader Jord, were you just on the final boss, aka the Foss, or something along the lines of that? I'm glad you remember. Dendon Tucker? Jolt's a lot like Bolt. It's weird that they gave the lightning spell the name Lit instead of Bolt in this game. Because in later versions, they were like, oh yeah. What's a 4-letter word for like a bolt of lightning? Lit. Okay, that's fine with me. So let me see something here. I have enough money to buy a level 3 spell for my friend Asim, and that's kind of what I want to do. But he cannot yet use a level 3 spell charge. You know what? He'll get one along the way. Yeah, Wayne, there's a drink option in combat, which is exactly what it sounds like. You just start partying. Which fiend is your fave? Yo, Ace's bedroom? Probably the Kraken. From 8 or 9 onwards, Bolt was renamed Thunder. Level 5 for White Mage or Black Mage to get their first level 3 spell slot. Okay, that's what I thought. We're almost there. Lit at least makes sense. It eventually became Thunder. Yeah, that's the sound, not the electric part. The thunder is specifically the boom and not the zappy zaps. My fave is Merilith. Yeah, do they call her Carrie in this game? Gouda guy, is that the one? Time to ice. Discord VCs are down. I can't play a silly visual novel with my friends, says Faulty. Well, you can have a drink of water with KarmaJolt. Which is almost exactly the opposite. Heck yeah, gonna ride out my workday watching more KarmaJolt play FFA. Great Plains Gorilla, welcome. J-Mac, a lot of spells don't work or do anything. That's correct. As a matter of fact, I was just talking earlier about how the intelligence stat in this game does nothing. But you will do something, such as click the like button. Thank you very much, everybody. Use temper. Temper? Nicholas D, I probably will. Does water with flavoring count? Yes, Leader Jord. Whoa, an actual shark. That's what the enemy name should be. Actual shark. You know what? I'm gonna stab him. Asim, hit him with a knife. I gave my main character an axe, which is, like, not ideal for him. There was a better choice at that last, weapon shop. The short sword is just straight up better, I think. Or, like, the axe gives 1 more power, but the short sword gives 10 more hit %, which is amazing. Yeah, J-Mac, and then pretty soon I'll be able to get the silver sword, which is a busted item for this part of the game. Hey, Bork leveled up, 139 points of HP max. Strength, Agi, Vit, Luck. Decent. That was a pretty darn good level up. Kobe leveled up, Agi, Int, Vit. Pep leveled up, Agi, Int, Vit. Asim leveled up, Agi, Int, Vit. Look at that. And now, I have 1 charge of a level 3 spell. I have to restore it by sleeping at an inn or something, Drake Featherwing. I'll short your sword. That's the spirit, Genevieve B. Oh man, there's a cool Easter egg in this game. A little homage. Usually, pretty much any tombstone that you check in the game will say, this is a tomb. But this one specifically on the left says, "Here lies Erdrick, 837 to 866. Dang, he lived to be nearly 30 years old, R.I.P. But that is the name of the legendary hero of the Dragon Warrior games, and like, was Squaresoft being cheeky with this one? Being like, haha, we are the new kings of RPGs now. Rip to Erdrick and the Dragon Warrior series. Look out, cause Final Fantasy is way better, and we're gonna tank your sales and steal the market share. Then they merged. Then Squaresoft and Enix merged. And they're like, you know what? Let's be friends. Anyway, let's buy Fire 2, the Fur 2 spell for Asim. Fur Asim, I should have said. White Mage Serenia says, I think it says, "Here lies Link" in the Japanese version. That's true. It does say that. Link, obviously the princess in the Legend of Link series. Hey KarmaJolt, I had a crazy idea. I'm gonna use one letter in the alphabet next time I type something in chat. Which one should I use? M. Let's stay at the inn. Doubtful. This game was a huge Hail Mary, a last-ditch effort to make a splash in the video game market. Letter? She doesn't need my permission. Yeah, but also, Squaresoft made Rad Racer, so I feel like they were doing pretty well. No, that's a story that I've heard a couple times. But I've also heard people just were like, oh, that's been debunked, that's not true. Is it? I don't know. JRCMVG, what's going on? How are you? I just got the Fire 2 spell. Realm Surfer. Damn near killed her. Welcome. Are you playing on NES? Kind of, JMac. I'm playing on an actual NES cartridge, but I'm using a machine called the AVS, and it's actually a really cool machine that's like a great way to play legitimate NES games. Whoa, double shark? What does it mean? I think it means we're in trouble, actually. Let's ice this guy. Real, says Glacy the Glaceon. Made by Analog? I don't know. It's also $800? Frag. Really? I heard it was around 200. 2 sharks. Yes, there are 2 sharks inside of us. And it hurts a lot because of their teeth is sharp. Sean R. was part of the Sharks when we did West Side Story in high school. Nick D with the info here. Though often attributed to the company allegedly facing bankruptcy, Sakaguchi explained that the game was his personal last-ditch effort in the game industry and that its title, Final Fantasy, stemmed his feeling at the time and not if the game sold well. Like oh, I see. Like he was thinking, like, if I can't make video games, then I'll do something else. If this one doesn't do well, I'm gonna pivot and do something else with my career, is basically. Okay. That's basically what he was saying. J-Mac, yes I am. Denton Tucker, thank you for that nonsense. Appreciate you. Also, Final Fantasy was not their first choice for the title. It was Fighting Fantasy, but that came too close to a copyright. Penultimate Fantasy. No, maybe something else. Alright, those sharks give good experience. Gold is pretty good too. 66 each? I should buy a tent or two. You know where I'm going. I'm gonna go to the Peninsula of Power. It's Peninsula, it's power. What more could you want? Dandy 009. Wearing cyberpunk shades for the classical fantasy game. You know, I feel like Amano would have had it no other way. Alright, let's get a tent. Let's get another, as a matter of fact. Let's get 3. 3 tents. I think the fighter would be better off equipping a sword over an axe. For sure. But I never use the axe, so I got the axe. Plus, there's an axe on the box art of this game. There's also a sword. But, power. Leader Jord? Leader Jord. Hardly knew her, Jord. Excuse me, sir. Them sharks got jawed. That's right. That's right, Asim. Let's go this way for no reason. Ooh, big old wolves in the woods. Let's like reliably KO some people here with ice. You two can double up. More ice. Sword has better hit percentage. Sad for axe fans like me. Yeah, Dandy. And hit percentage is so important in the beginning of the game. I'm messing around, but like, if this is your first time playing, yeah, first time players should know that hit percentage is generally better than like a little bit of damage. Hit percentage also determines how many times you hit per attack, Andrew. Yo, what's up, Karma? How you doing? Andrew? I read it like that because of the one strong bad email. Any Homestar Runner fans? Keith M. Yeah, about to go to the Peninsula of Power. You know it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I might run into some frost wolves. That's right. Strong bad. Yeah, Dandy 009. So my cousin Andrew at one point submitted a strong bad email that Strong Bad read out loud, and it goes something like this. Dear Strong Bad, what's up? I like it best when you harm your friends. Andrew. And that was like pretty much the whole email. He was like, Andrew, this is the best email I've ever received. They removed P of P in Pixel Remaster? Says Christ K. Do I pronounce your name Christ or Christ? Welcome. Dang. Not getting good luck here. Poisoned! Oh. Do I have anything? I think I have one pure potion, but let's run from these dudes. Close call. Well, that makes me your cousin, I guess. You very well could be. I'll be like, oh, what's going on, man? Haven't talked to you in a while. Not the Messiah. Christ? Chris T. Chris T. I'll just call you CK. Welcome, CK. Okay, so, dang it. I didn't mean to get into another battle here. Let's run. I am really low level, so I'm not sure this is gonna work. But we're about to try to fight some really high level monsters that actually shouldn't be here on the map. This up here is known as the Peninsula of Power, and I'm gonna use a tent to recover some HP and save the game. Due to a zoning error, these two tiles here actually have very powerful monsters that are supposed to belong to that continent to the north. But if you get into an encounter here, you can fight some enemies that you're probably not supposed to fight until level, I don't know, 13 to 15 or something. Which is why I went out of my way to get the Fire 2 spell. I happened to run into a group of Frost Wolves who can absolutely destroy you here if they use the Frost ability. But on this Peninsula of Power, as it's called, you run into enemies that are like way out of your league and way higher level than you. But if you can manage to just go all out and kill them, you'll get a pretty big payout of experience and gold. The Frost Wolves happen to be weak to fire, so that Fire 2 spell eliminated almost all of them. And that's pretty good if you're trying to survive the battle, which I believe I am, Red Mage 87. And hopefully this does it. Yeah, so for a level 5 party, getting 603 experience and 1,200 gold is a lot. Like, just for reference, my next level up is, 144 experience away. That said, I have to go back to town to replenish this one charge of the Fire 2 spell, because I really can't fight any of the enemies around here without it. James Morris says, I wish I knew this in 1988. I'm a little late, I apologize. Hey, let's do those 5.5 squats. Thanks to Jamie T. We ready, everybody? I'm trying not to knock anything off the desk. Alright, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. Yeah, awesome bug that was taken out of the Pixel remaster. I never actually played those. Karma, how do you do half of a squat? Freg? It's like you do one, but like not all the way. My headphones cable is caught under my desk, everyone. Mountain Dew is the best soda. Do you agree, KarmaJolt? Denton Tucker? I'm not really a Mountain Dew guy. It's alright. I have it every now and then. I like Dr. Pepper. I like Bark's Red Cream Soda. Ever ran into Warmech? Yeah, JMac. Last time I streamed this game, which was probably like 4 years ago. Spark Play, says Karma. The man, the myth, the legend? Also the skee-ball champion. Welcome. Pixel remasters are fine across the board, but leaving out the extra content from the remakes is sad. Oh, F that. Oh, ski, yeah, Dandy009, that's right. Aces, I see you. Oh, also this entire time I've had skee-ball and air hockey mixed up. White Mage Serenia? I can a little bit see why you would do that if you just, like, forgot to think about it. FF3 translated in NES is gold, man. It was such a good experience. I played like a translated ROM of FF3 back when I was in probably like 7th grade. And I really liked that game. That was a fun one for me. Alright, let's get another tent. And do it again. Let's do it again. So that time we happened to run into a group of Frost Wolves, which is an easy encounter if you have fire spells, and they don't use the Frost ability. Like, they can hit your entire party with a wave of ice! And unlike in Dragon Quest VIII, it actually deals damage to you. Cloud 7K. I saw you play FF3, FF6, and I keep getting recommended you and really have been enjoying the content. Keep killing it, my man. Yo, Cloud 7K, thank you so much. Everyone put a Cloud in the chat. Yeah, love me some Final Fantasy. I love the first one, though. For some reason, I guess I want to say for some reason, but like, I know why I love this game. It's because I had it when I was younger, and it just means a lot to me, and it's still fun to play. Scott A. Another classic from my childhood. Never got past the Earth Fiend when I was a kid, though. We will get past the Earth Fiend. Thank you for the clouds, everyone. Garland is the best. Same here, KJ, says James M. Seven, because they have 7 in their name. K. Wayne, that makes a lot of sense. I said K because they have a K in their name. It's funnier after I explain the joke. Man, the grass around here is so freaking tall. Yo, Nicholas D with the cool 20 Swedish krona. I gotta know, why not FF Renaissance? Oh, Nicholas D, like, I want to play that game too, and I might even play it right after this. But I just so happen to have this equipment set up and my old actual cartridge of Final Fantasy, and I'm like, I want to stream this because I've had this cart since 1997. But hey, everyone spam the D in the chat for Nicholas D, who gifted a cool, who donated a cool 20 Swedish krona. Thank you. Yeah, no, I have looked at Renaissance, Final Fantasy Renaissance. We'll get to that kinda soon. Ice 'em. Didn't play FF1 or 2 until the PSX release. I have those as well. Nicholas D, I love you too. You coming to skee ball tonight? Do you need a ride? Tiny Cat? Tiny Cat, we're going to the Peninsula of Power. Oh my gosh, you're radiant right now. Why did you bop the webcam? Oh my gosh, did you see that? You guys just got cat bopped. That's why I thought Sharks dropped the worm killer. Hojo Jojo, is that like a really good sword in the, I guess, GBA version? Bayek, you know exactly what it is right now. I felt that, says Daniel R. Yeah, you got squatched. Timothy Vehicle. Exactly. See, I could use Fire 2 to kill these guys. But I want to use it to kill the other guys who give more experience. He's still reaching out with his little paw, being like, pet me. Regal Cat. Thanks, James M. Don't tell him, though. It'll go straight to his ego. Look here up here. Hey, KarmaJolt, if you got soda and you do not got a ginger ale, then what's wrong with you, man, Denton? Yeah, no, I pretty much always have gingies in the fridge, as we call them. For some reason, like, I don't drink that much soda, but I always have ginger ale in the fridge. Because, like, Jackie J and Molly M and Genevieve B like it. Yo, 4 Zombles. And the reason you get Fire 2 specifically for the Peninsula of Power is because Frost Wolves are weak to fire. Zombles, who are undead, are weak to fire. And then the other enemy that you can run into here, you can run into, well, there's 2. There's giants and trolls. And they both take neutral damage from fire, but still, 2 of the enemies around here are weak, and I can use the Harm spell here, which deals damage to all undead enemies. I might not survive this unless I get some really good rolls on the Fire 2 spell. Well, the first 2 were awesome there. What about Harm? 34, 36. I feel like, yeah, okay, it did 80 damage. That might be the max. I was about to say, I think it can do up to 80 damage there. But yeah, look how hard these guys hit. I don't know if I'm living here. Let's lit one. And Harm, and then, I don't know. I'm out of fire too, so let's fire here. Dead. Might be a party wipe. One of them died. He's out of harm spell. Alright, let's reset. That's why you bring tents. Oh, I'm dead, says Asim. Let's go, White Mage. Aw. The harm assist is right, Dandy. This is slightly more manageable, I would say. I'm gonna Roost. And then I'm still gonna fire 2, obviously, because that does a ton of damage compared to anything else I can use at this point in the game. Could bring harm 2 from Elfheim. Yeah, Hojo Jojo, well, first I gotta get the money for it. Actually, I might have it. I was gonna get fire 2 for Kobe. Roos again. Giant like a beanstalk. And he's beanstalking me around this peninsula for a while. Are they weak? Are they resistant to ice? Yeah, that's not doing a ton of damage. Let's try fire on this guy. Yo, dagger with the cool $5. Let's get that to an even 50, shall we? Yo, thank you so much. Everyone put a dagger in the chat for my friend Dagger, who donated a cool $5. Boom! Look at that. We got 7 squats to go. I'm gonna lit, I believe. I thought this first giant would go down a little easier there. Alright, there it is. And these were wasted attacks. Ouch. Fog! Hey, thank you so much, Dagger, and everyone who put a dagger. Unfortunately, these green giants are susceptible to being put in the microwave for 5 minutes and being covered in butter. Oh my gosh, Scott A. Kobe survived with 1 HP. Let's freaking go. Ice him, dog. Tiny cat? You reaching? Bork got bopped, that's true. But as long as any of us survive, it's like a huge gain, you know? Speaking of huge gains. Let's do these 7 squats. Yo, Kobe with the 1 HP and a dream. Everyone put a Kobe in the chat. As we do 7 squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know how people used to say Kobe out loud when they would like try to toss something into the trash from far away? I think we should bring that back, but for doing random things. Like, you start brushing your teeth, Kobe. You put something in the mailbox, Kobe. Yeah, that's a lot of money right there. You make a donation to KarmaJolt? Kobe. Strength, Agi, Vit, Luck. Nice. Strength, Int, Vit, Luck. Get out of my brain, says welfare checks. Kobe Bryant was the one that died in a helicopter accident, probably in like 2020, White Mage Serenia, with his daughter, Gigi. Pretty tragic. But yeah, the man won 5 NBA championships and an Oscar. Agi up for Asim. Way to live. Oh yeah, and like when a party member dies, or when someone in your party gets poisoned... Well, I should probably do this. The game will, like, automatically rearrange your party. Man, I really am not comfortable with how the white mage appears in the overworld. Kobe. Yeah, 2020, not the best year. Any NBA fans? Geist. More like ladies. I will try, says Nicholas D with the cool 20 Swedish krona. Ahem. Kobe beef. Oh, I ruined it. I don't think you did. That's still pretty cool, Nicholas D. Ain't nobody got a problem with Kobe beef. Thank you so much for the cool approximately $2. Everyone put the D in the chat for Nicholas D. Yeah, Bayek. I might just change it. Braylon, thank you. Dendon Tucker. Dang. This Geist isn't that much of a problem if you have spells and, like, your party isn't dead. But this guy's kind of a problem now. Kobe. He missed. Actually, I think Kobe Bryant holds the record for, like, most missed shots in a career. But, like, that's gonna happen if you have, like, a 20-year career and you are constantly trying to score the ball, you know? I don't know why, but the White Mage pixel art is just so good. Chef's kiss. You mean in battle, right? The original Captain Trips Media Madness. Hey, I got a lot of really good tips and tricks from you on Final Fantasy and Dragon Warrior. I'm currently on an FF3 run with monks. Good times. Heck yeah, welcome. Yeah, KH fan, we were just talking about how, like, I don't really love the way he looks on the overworld because of his resemblance to a certain, hate group. It makes me uncomfortable. I'm trying to run here. I might not survive the trip back to town. Ooh, Pip with the runaway. Oh, I just saw that. Yeah, KH fan? It's all good. Only from the back, no? I mean... And the front, and the side. So, no. Still, look at this, we made it back. Dang, I've got 3,000 gold, everybody. Let's revive Bork, our friend. You do not need my help now. And now, we can start really abusing the Peninsula of Power, I think. If my Red Mage has a level 3 spell charge, then for sure we can. Yeah, look at that. Let's go get one. Let's go get a level 3 spell. Can we sleep in the inn and revive the fallen friends? No, Wayne, you have to go to the clinic or use a spell. Like the life spell. Sleeping at the inn does not revive in this game like it does in Secret of Mana, for example. Do other Final Fantasies revive by sleeping at the inn? I actually can't remember. Final Fantasy VI did that, right? That wasn't a thing till later. I don't think any of them do, so Scott A. I, like, already forgot if Final Fantasy VI does it. We just played that game. Yo, Bork leveled up. Strength, Agi, Int, Vit, Luck. Perfect level up there. Tennycat, I didn't mean to scare you. Ducko wants to watch the Funny Man stream. Yo, Ducko got a gunno? You're in luck, because I'm here for another 15 minutes. Yeah, probably not like a real long stream tonight, because, you know, I have that skee ball to go to. But I am at least going to try to do one more battle at the Peninsula of Power. And, like, Might as well do this. Actually, yeah, let's try ice. Let's try hitting him with a hammer. I'll use these fire 2 charges, because I am going to sleep at the inn again. Good luck with your skee-ball league, KJ. Hey, thanks, White Mage. We didn't win last season, but it was still a fun one. We won the one before that, though. And that one had a cash prize, so, like, arguably better. Last season was like a mini season for, like, gift cards. And then at the end of the season, everyone who participated was invited to this boat trip, which was a ton of fun. And so that was awesome. Kobe, let's get him Fire 2. I could also get him Lock 2, which is even more bugged than the Lock spell. What kind of level 3 white magic is there? I think there's Cure 2, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. So is Harm 2. So Cure 2 is a single target cure that recovers like 48-ish HP. The heal spell hits your entire party and heals for like 12 to 24. So like in all, I think the heal spell can heal more HP total for the spell charge. But I like Cure 2 because you get so many items later that cast the heal spell that like having it as a spell charge kind of becomes obsolete. And then, like, using this outside of... Well, I don't know. Alright, you let me know. Should I get Cure 2 or Heal? Tell me in the chat. Usually you need a little bit more curing for a single target. Because it's like, one of your party members is going to be in trouble and you need to take care of that immediately. Heal, heal, heal. Cure, cure. Looks like the heals have it. Heal, yes, says Michael Mervin. Okay, I will take it, despite the fact that it is usually situationally worse. But it's a fun one to have. And it's pretty efficient out of battle, but not in battle. Heal, yes, is a scene. Alright, let's stay at the inn and try to do one more round at the Peninsula of Power. Mystic Quest's a nice cheeseburger RPG, to be honest. Scott A., I have never heard that term. But do you mean it's like, the way a cheeseburger is a comfort food? Mystic Quest is like a comfort game? Did I see a Rasta? Hey, welcome back. Achilles heel. That's right. You're gonna need to get Achilles heel left or right. Pop you with the wild goose. Make it a F-Zero reference. We play a lot of F-Zero 99 on this channel, and my friend Rasta likes to join me all the time, which is nice. Pretty much, not the deepest and most complex experience, but it's nice to play with no pressure. Yeah, cheeseburger RPG. Or CB role-playing game. Haven't played in a few months. Yeah, White Mage, I get it. It's not going anywhere. Or maybe it is, I don't know. Cheeseburger, as in, gets in the way of your efforts to pick someone up at the bar. Michael Mervin? I have never had a cheeseburger thwart my efforts. In fact, usually it helps me lure my friends into becoming friends. I'll be like, hey man, you want a bite of this cheeseburger? And they'll be like, hey thanks, I'm Nate. E-Man, welcome, by the way. Alright, let's get 2 more tents, and then do 1 more intense battle. Tent. a cabin is basically the same as a tent, except it cures everyone for 60 HP rather than 30. But either of those items can be used on the overworld to heal your entire party. Again, tent heals everyone for 30, cabin for 60, I believe. And then you can save the game on the overworld with either of those items. Which is pretty darn useful for when you go to the Peninsula of Power. Because I like to save my game before I try the Peninsula. And then if I get bopped, I'm like, well, I'll just load it up. Thought cottage is fully healed. Yeah, the house in this game doesn't fully heal you. I think it heals for 120. But it does give you all of your spell charges back. There is a bug associated with it, though, and it's, like, relatively minor. But it did come into play for me once when I was younger. Except I didn't realize what was happening at the time. Yeah, Keith, so there might be a version of this game where the house is called the cottage and it heals fully, like a stay at the inn. But in this version, the house heals everyone for 120. Then you get the option to save your game. And regardless of what you pick, your magic charges are refilled after you save the game. So if you load up your save file again after using the house, your spell charges will not be replenished. So what I like to do often is use the house, then immediately use a tent. Grimp? Ouch, I got poisoned. Close call. Yeah, poison sucks in this game because it makes this sound. Oh, I don't have a pure potion, so I can't cure this poison. Not a big deal. Do the ogres drop axes? James Morris, not in this version. There are no item drops in this particular version of the game, as Tiny Cat is in front of the monitor. Alright, we're looking for monsters, Tiny Cat. And one of my party members is poisoned, so he's like, ah, constantly. Oh my gosh. Tiny Cat? He's like, just under the webcam. Alright, what do we got? 2 giants again? 2 giants, 2 furious. Let's use Fur 2. And I will preemptively heal. And then use Fire 2 again here. Dang it, he went first. That's okay. That's okay. Bork healed a little bit. Missed? Come on, man. You deserve to get ganged up on now. Ooh, boy, that didn't do a ton of damage. Maybe giants resist fire. Maybe I was wrong about what I said earlier. Let's try ice on him. That was lucky that he dodged the first one and then got whacked by the second one, but whatever. Man, kinda wish I had that Cure 2 spell right about now. This fantasy looks really like it might be the last fantasy ever. Yeah, Sirefly? That's why they call it the fantasy that came at the end of everything. Okay, that Fire 2 did like 100 damage. So I guess we just got really unlucky with our damage rolls on the first 2. Get him, Pip. 9 damage. Dang it. Bork died. Lit. Fire. Nice. Well, we beat some giants. That's what, I have to imagine that, like, that's what the Philadelphia Eagles say every season. Well, we beat some giants. Kobe leveled up again. Bork is going to be way behind on experience, but he's still going to be like the most powerful character. Does it split up the fire damage between the two enemies? No, Nathan O. The damage rolls are rolled independently. That said, I got really low ones that happened to be independent of each other. Long way to go. JB, you're right. But also, speaking of way to go, I sorta gotta go, everybody. So let's do these 2 squats before I go to skee ball tonight. Hey, thanks for the donations, everybody. 1, 2. Okay. And like, I forgot if I saved the game. So I think I did. But let's use one more tent here to make sure that I save the game and call that a stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching me play a little bit of Final Fantasy today. I'll probably be back with it tomorrow. Like early afternoon. Maybe in the evening as well. But until then, this is KarmaJolt and Tiny Cat signing off. Tell your friends we're great. Tiny Cat, look this way. Yeah, Tiny Cat. And those are my sunglasses behind him there. Alright, good night, everyone. Up.